Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions Shut-in Special. We've got a special show today for all of you out there that are stuck indoors due to this uh, pandemic, if you will. Uh, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to have a panel of folks on it from the drone community. Maybe we might see other comedians on here. Also, maybe later in the show, we'll do some channel shout outs where I will, show some channels out there that are deserving of your viewing. Not only the drone community, but other channels as well, because my my tastes are so varied and wide that I might be able to bring some channels to you that might go, ooh, that's interesting. I'll have to check that out. So sit back, enjoy, and I'm waiting for other people to pop in the panel, and hopefully those of you got the notification from YouTube, and shortly we will see some people in the chat. There we go. There's Jody. Drone Shots. Welcome to the show. Uh, Shortly we should see Tater Rogers, Steve Carpenter, uh, Mitch from Old Guy in a Drone, and a whole host of other folks on. So it should be an interesting show. Something a little different to kind of pass the time because everybody's out of work like me. I just got laid off for 2.5 weeks due to this thing that's going on around here, guys. Stay home and be safe and stay healthy. And thank God for that. The only thing that I have is allergies. It's springtime, and whenever we get what's called the downslope or Chinook winds here in Colorado, it warms up the air, and also it kicks up a lot of dust and pollen. And whenever we have a windy day, my nose gets really active. Michael Blade, welcome to the show. So today's been pretty good because we got cold front that came through, and the winds are calmer, and we're supposed to get some rain this afternoon, and probably hold down some of the dust and pollen that's kicked up around here. And Mike Roach Studios, welcome. Mike, I've sent you a link, so if you want to hop on, you are welcome anytime. And Vidar, all the way from Norway. All right. He's our first European in the chat. And Mitch, old guy in the drone. And Cecil Vlog, welcome, welcome. So what have I been doing today? I've been kind of cruising around to different live streams this morning, and met a lot of really neat people. Some of them first time I've been to their live streams, and met a lot of great people. John of Drones, welcome to the show. Mr. Crowley, dun, dun, dun. Welcome to the show and his drones. Mr. Crowley and his drones. Welcome, welcome. All right, we're starting off with a good bunch of people. So everybody likes my apartment here. I've done a little bit of fixing up around here. I added another spotlight over here so I won't have that annoying shadow down there. So this is my green screen behind me. So this is not really my apartment. Boy, although it does look pretty darn nice. And since it's cloudy out today, and I've done some modifications over on this side, so you're not going to get a lot of the light coming through the window over there. So got that taken care of. And so, how's everybody doing with all this madness out there? Staying home. Just the only time I go out is to go get groceries or to get gas for the car. That's about it. So just waiting for Mitch to get on, and just got a Facebook message from Ray Kelly giving me the thumbs up. He should be here pretty soon. So, Cecil, where are you from? I think are you from the Philippines? I have baby warrior manage. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, this is something else I gotta do. I gotta create a. No, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to edit that. And then we'll show that. There we go. How's that? I hope everybody likes that. And there's Ron, 3X Drones. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I kind of like that little ticker there. The ArtCo Drone Solutions shut-in special. Yeah, I'm ready for summer, Mike. Yeah, we're supposed to get some 70-degree weather here on Monday. And who did I see that I saw somebody? Oh, John of Drones. Hi from Chicago. All right. All right. Let's welcome the professor, Mitch, all the way from Melbourne, Florida.
Hi, Art. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine. You look a little dark there.
Well, I'm out on the back porch, got the sun behind me,
Right.
the
And
ever-present cigar.
and oh, then we the wandering photographer all the way from Ireland. Oh, all
And I
right.
and I gotta turn the volume down. I
Huh?
tried earbuds today with this cell phone,
Ah,
and well, that works better. That
there
works
you
better.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So and
you got
I
my
got
package, didn't you?
I did. Uh, I've also got multiple cell phones, so I can watch the chat
Oh,
at the
wonderful.
at the same time as
No,
I'm talking to you.
well, it wouldn't be a show without the illustrious Steve Carpenter.
Oh,
Art, good afternoon, Mitch.
hi, Steve. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you.
Well, we're about to join you down here in Florida.
Yeah?
Yeah, tonight at midnight. Stay home, statewide.
Yeah, I've been seeing all the fun videos and stuff of all the backups on the interstate coming into the state with everybody being verified where you're coming from.
It's nuts, man. I'll tell you, it's crazy.
Well, yeah, well, in a way it's nuts, but in a way it's not. Why expose people in your area where you know it's come from a fairly high contagious area?
Yeah.
Stay
Yeah.
the hell at home. If New York's so great, why do you want to leave?
Yep. Hey,
Yeah, I
let's say
agree. I
hi
agree.
to Colby MX Goon. Welcome to the show. And Drone Days is here. All
Wow, I've
right.
got a lot of shut-ins here today, Art. You
Yeah.
got four. I see 14 people watching already.
Awesome.
And I gotta say, I got a show at 6, so I gotta save something to talk about here.
Yeah, there you go. You'll be opening the package that I sent you. Cool.
Give it away now.
Yeah, we'll talk about that tonight. That's one of the things. But actually, well, I already opened it. I already ate all the chocolate. That lasted about 5 minutes. That lasted. The mailman hadn't even gotten to the end of the street, and the chocolate was gone. You know what I mean? That was great, by the way, Art. Art, just that was good stuff.
Yeah, it
Don't
is. So it's
don't send me any more because I don't need it. But on the workshop show on Sunday, that's what we're going to do on the show.
oh,
Is we're
okay,
going to
great.
take that drone apart. We're going to try to figure out what the hell kind of flight controller it's got,
Right.
what it's running, see if we can actually into a drone. I haven't touched it. I want to see what I go through to to what it is.
You're breaking up a little bit there, Mitch.
Are you there?
Yeah,
I
we're
wonder
here.
if I got too many things going here.
Yeah, too
I'll
many.
tell you what. I'm gonna forgo the chat and get off of the cell
Okay,
phone here.
there
So
you
that's
go.
one less thing. How's
Well,
that? Did that work?
if something comes up for you, we'll holler it out to you.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there we go. I turned off everything else that was out. I had the TV going with the stream showing on the TV. The cell phone was cast into the TV. Got this other cell phone here on StreamYards, and I'm at the other end of the house from my router. So
And the Kennedy Space Center is browning out.
oh God, yeah. So anyway, did you hear what I said before about Sunday night?
Yeah, you're gonna tear apart my drone and see what the heck I got.
See what you got. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could do it beforehand, but I thought there'd be some entertainment value and a little suspense
Yeah. Mhm.
in actually going through step by step, trying to see what it is, if it
Oh, yeah.
works, and what we need to do to make it fly.
Awesome. Awesome.
Cool.
Just climb up a high rise, get up to the roof, and toss it off, and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah, I've seen some
drone,
of those videos.
Yeah, drones don't glide very well.
No, no. I saw the one where the guy tried to launch the drone off his balcony or something. He had like a sloping uh, thing out of his window of his apartment. He put that out there, and the moment he gave it enough gas, it just kind of went zoop, right over the edge, and that was it. I guess they thought it'd be like an aircraft carrier where it go off and then it would just sail off. It just fell like a rock.
So,
Yeah,
Steve, are you allowed to fly out there? Are you allowed to go out flying?
yeah, as long as you're staying home.
No, I
You
mean,
don't have to be inside. You just stay at home.
can you go out for a walk? Can you go ride a bike?
Oh yeah, there's people walking their dogs and stuff like that. They're just staying away. I know the harbor shut down all the parking lots down there because people were collecting and not social distancing.
No.
And
Yeah.
so they took that away, especially when we had uh, the tall ship that we have here. Well, we had here at Dana Point Harbor was a replica of the Pilgrim, which was the ship that Richard Henry Dana Jr., which the book 2 years before the Mass, if you've ever heard of it or read it, Dana Point was a big trading uh, point for ships going through with the Indians, and with the mission being in San Juan, the point was the trading point off the bluffs. And we had a replica here. The ship was built in like 1945 or 46. Well, it keeled over and it sank and it listed completely on side. Well, they removed it out here today. It was finally removed. And
Wow.
they were keeping everybody away because there was cars going down there left and right because everybody wanted to get pictures of it.
Right.
So we just went up on the lookout the one day on Sunday and stood up over there, and it was funny. Everybody was like 6 feet apart in all the groups, which was good to see.
So, have they found out what caused the ship to keel over
Oh,
like that?
old age, probably.
Yeah, probably
Yeah, that
some
happens, doesn't
work.
it? Causes me to keel over sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
Probably
if there was any weakness or any
worm rot.
breach in the keel,
Yeah.
the boat is done with. Because to rebuild it, try to rebuild it, you've got to replace the whole keel if there was something with the keel. I know it was due to come out in January, but they were delaying it to June because they couldn't get shipyard space to get it out.
Right.
So, and I know our shipyard was filled to capacity with mine being, pulled out because of taking on water. So they're filled to capacity over there.
Yep. Now, isn't there
The reason I was asking, Steve, the reason I was asking about whether you could fly or not is I don't know if I'm going to need to hire a lawyer for this, but I heard that they were going over the new rules for those of us in Florida that come into effect tonight at midnight, and they basically said um, you're allowed to go play golf uh, as long as no more than one person in a cart.
Mm-hmm.
You can go fishing. So I'm saying to myself, well, if the golfers are allowed to go out onto the golf course and the fishermen are allowed to go out to the river, then surely I should be allowed to go by myself out to the park and fly my drone. Yeah. So if that's the case, my life won't change not one iota because of this thing.
Yeah. Well, I know the biggest thing is they just don't want people collecting together, and which the way it should be.
Mhm.
And when you see pictures, and especially like I know Florida is the big haven from up New Yorkers, flocking down
Thanks. Yeah.
yeah, flocking down to your state. Like, hello, Jim, a New Yorker,
Yeah.
down to
Yeah.
Florida. Um, when you see pictures of them all clustered together, it's like, stay away. And it's an inconvenience, but as long as everybody keeps the social distancing, I don't see where it should be a problem with anything.
Right.
No,
I
I
know
agree. I agree.
hiking trails have been closed down in certain areas. And certain recreational areas are shut down, like the state parks are.
I
I
don't know
see.
if they. I was at the park the other day, and of course they hadn't closed it yet. I don't know if they're planning to close the whole park because of this order, but we'll see. Anyway, I can always find some place to fly. Don't need I can go
Yeah,
to a building that's closed or a business that's got a big parking lot that's closed because of this thing fly in the corner of their parking lot. Yeah.
You should be able to find a lot of those.
Exactly.
Now, is that park a city or county?
County. It's county park.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be a city park. It might be the city of Palm Bay, come to think of it. I think it is. Well, I don't know. I can't tell you. There's a sign out front, but I never paid. I know the name of the park. It's the Fred Popp Palm Bay Regional Park, but I never noticed whether it said city of Palm Bay or Brevard County on it. But doesn't matter. It's a park.
Yeah.
It's empty all the time. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. It says no more than 10 people. I see people in here talking about with, fields and parks are open. A baseball team is only 9 players, so there's less than 10. So batter up.
And how far apart do these and how far apart do groups of 10 have to be from each other?
Well, there's only one team on the field at a time.
We're going to have a whole new set of rules to live by before we're done with this. It'll be the end of handshaking as we know it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if everybody gets used to living like this, the flu season next year won't be half as bad as it usually is, because this stuff will also keep you from getting the flu as well.
Hey, I want to say hello to Gary Ray. Welcome to the show, and Jim from Above and Beyond.
Hi, Jim. How you doing? Did you send
And,
Jim a link?
You know what? I tried looking up his email, and I know he doesn't do anything with Facebook. I've always tried to send him notices there, and he never responds. So
I'll dump it onto his email for you.
okay.
Yeah, I could forward it to him from here.
Okay, great. And I think I have Ron's. Ron. Nope.
Hello, John.
3X. Oh, I know what I'll do. I've got 3X. Ron Elliott, I will send you a link.
Yeah, I hope some of you guys save up to come onto my show later, so I don't sit there all night by myself talking to myself.
Well, you can just go, Self, how are you? I'm doing well.
Yeah. See you next time. Take the rest of the day off.
Yeah. The 3 of you, me, myself, and I. You just have to decide which platform you're going to play.
All right. Ron 3X Drones, I sent you a link. Mike Roach, I sent him a link in the email if he wants to come on. And I sent one to Chris Hope. He may be out busy on the farm. I sent one to Rodney Bell. And I think Mel's going to be busy with his job, so he's busy today.
He may be working, yeah.
If Ron, we've got Ron from 3X Drones. Welcome.
Hey, there he is.
How you doing? You hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Hello, Ron.
How's it going?
How you doing, Ron? Good to see you.
All right, good to see you too, Mitch. Hope everybody's well.
Yeah. We enjoyed your videos from your cruise down there.
Right on. Thank you. That was a lot of fun flying down there.
Good.
And the best part about it is you got to fly.
Aren't you glad you're not on a cruise ship now?
Actually, I tell you what, man, I felt safe on that cruise ship watching what was going on back home.
Yep.
And it's been 2 weeks. I have no symptoms. I mean, so I was pretty safe on the ship.
No, good.
Actually, I'm working right now. Actually, I've been working from home since I got back from the cruise, and I'm going to be working from home probably the rest of this month. So it's kind of what I'm doing now. So if you see me, I have to take a phone call. I'm actually working, so hopefully my boss doesn't see this. So.
Not likely.
Yeah.
Not unless he's into drones.
Yeah, you never know.
Yep.
You know, why not?
Well, I found out why people were hoarding toilet paper.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this.
It's because they were worried that they were going to be shut in and have to eat their own meals.
No, if anything, we just send it up to our government and tell them, here,
Yeah.
you can wipe your face when you're done.
Yeah. I still like that George Carlin when he's talking about germs, you know?
Oh yeah.
I mean, really think about it. If you think about the kids that are, back when we were kids, none of us got sick.
Played in the dirt, man.
We drank from a hose.
Yeah.
You got a skin knee, you just wiped that dirt off and you kept on playing.
That's
You know,
right.
my mom used to tell me rub some dirt on it and get back out there.
Yeah, that's right. Now, the kids of my generation, they've been kind of like put in this plastic bubble to keep them safe from all the nasty germs. And now they're the ones that have asthma or allergies or, like peanut allergies. When I was a kid,
Yeah. Where the hell did that come from?
even knew what peanut allergy was.
I'd have killed everybody sitting at my table with the peanut butter jelly sandwiches I had.
Yeah. What is it? Celiac. Nobody. What the heck is celiac? They can't eat. They gotta have gluten free. Everything's gluten free.
I don't know what that is.
Free. No MSG. No.
Yeah, that's another
hydrogenated oil.
marketing. That gluten business is 100% marketing department. That's all that is.
Yep.
If you don't have celiac disease, then gluten doesn't bother you.
Yep. Or IBS. And sometimes you are BS.
How do we get on this particular line of
it's
discussion?
What's going on here?
Toilet paper. It started with toilet paper is what happened.
Yeah, that's right. There we go.
Yeah.
Rick Halber.
So Art, how much of that How much? Oh, hi Rick. Hi Rick. How much of that candy do you actually have laying around your house, Art?
It's gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Mitch, you're lucky you didn't win the 1 pound box of that toffee from my Valentine's giveaway.
Yeah, I know.
So
probably because I don't need that stuff, but I'm sure addicted to it. And I can't just eat one. I can't eat one piece.
It's so
that
good.
Little package you said had 6 pieces.
Yep.
And I eat one piece, and I said, and I close. I open it, maybe one more, and then close, and then open it up, and it took 5 minutes. They were all gone.
So out of sight, out of mind, huh?
Yep. Yep. Well, now there's another.
Not really.
Another happy customer right there. He can attest to how good that chocolate is. Enstrom's is like the best. I don't know how we compared it.
It was good.
It was good. There, where Vidar's from.
Well,
and,
it was the chocolate was part of it, but it had the toffee was a crunchy kind of a toffee. It wasn't hard like hard candy. It was crunchy. It was easy to chew, but that was what most of it was. So it had the chocolate coating on the outside, but the chocolate was good.
Yep. Yeah, and it's not like the heath bars. I hate heath bars because they're so hard. I'm afraid I'll break a tooth
Yeah, you
trying to
break your
keep that.
teeth.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of those
Yeah,
either.
that's it. When you get older, that kind of candy does two things. It pulls the old fillings out of your teeth and pulls the crowns off.
yep, hmm yep.
That's where
But
you get good saltwater taffy. Start chewing on that and
oh yeah,
watch your crowns fall off.
yeah. I'm not a big fan of
Yeah.
saltwater taffy. I mean, some of it's pretty good, but Enstrom's has a wide variety of candy. They even have ice cream. If you go to their store, oh, I love their double chocolate ice cream. God, it's so good.
Shut up, Art. Shut up. Shut up. Stop it. You're like a drug pusher talking about cocaine. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Hey, this one's free.
Yeah. Heck,
Get you,
it's the
get
good
you
stuff.
going.
This is the good
Yeah.
stuff.
Mitch will be online right after the show. Yeah, okay. What's the name? Enstrom's chocolate candies. Yeah. All right. Oh, 10 pounds. Yes. Mail it right here. Here's my credit card number.
You know what I did buy online? What I bought online yesterday, I bought rubber gloves on Amazon.
Oh,
They have them. Yeah, not the sterilized rubber gloves, but the kind you buy when you're painting or doing that kind of stuff. I mean,
okay.
they're not sterile, but on the other hand, they're going to keep they'll do the job of a rubber glove for you. You're not sticking it in somebody else's open incision or anything. You're basically just trying to protect yourself. And Amazon had the blue ones, the blue gloves, 3 mil, the fairly thin ones, a box of 200 for like $12. And
Wow.
evidently there's plenty of stock. There's plenty of stock in other than medical or
Yeah.
sterile gloves, so you can get them. So hell, I use them for everything. And I had some old painter's gloves that have been sitting out in my shed so long that when I went to try to peel them out of the box, they just disintegrated in my hands.
Yeah.
You know how that stuff gets after it's 10 years old? Yeah.
Mhm.
So I ordered some gloves, and if anybody, is thinking they can't find any, you can get them on Amazon Prime, and you can get them in a day or two.
They've got them down at Home Depot and Lowe's too. A friend of mine was down there, and they're actually doing some remodel of their house, and they want to just construction painting gloves like you're talking about, where you get them in a box. So there's or in a bag, and they had them available.
So FYI, if anybody's interested. However, don't try to find any toilet paper on Amazon.
or paper
Doesn't
or
exist.
paper towels.
The best part about that
paper
whole
towels.
toilet paper thing is everybody that went there and bought it up. Like I said, I was on the cruise. I was watching all these videos of people eating each other for toilet paper. But what was funny is Walmart and all those stores, big name stores, actually said you're not allowed to return it too. So if you bought 100 cases of it, you're not allowed to return it. It's sold. It's yours. You know what I mean? You can't bring it back now. So you realize you're not going to be locked in your house. I was just like, that's perfect. That's just great, because those people that did that put themselves at risk, put other people at risk over freaking toilet paper. Dude, I just need running water and a Ross rag, and I'm going to be fine. I don't need.
Everybody's got a shower at home or some way
Right.
to.
But the fact that they couldn't bring it back was great.
There was a time in human history before toilet paper where somehow our ancestors managed to survive.
Right. Learn to use the 3 seashells. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or go out in the forest,
3 seashells.
picking the leaves.
Yeah, the leaf.
Well, I went to a survival camping school called Outward Bound. in Minnesota, and it goes in, we were in the boundary waters into Canada. And when you're on a 19 part of the 30 days, 19 days, we were on canoe just doing this whole trek up into Canada and back around. Well, you can only roll up so much toilet paper to take with you for 19 days because everything's in a backpack. So everything was rolled off a roll and laid flat. So when you're out of that, you start harvesting the leaves out in the open forest.
Sometimes you have to grab a pine cone.
Oh, ouch!
Oh, ouch!
Yeah.
Hello, Chris Ho.
Hey, Chris, I sent you a link. Hey, you know what?
Hi, Chris.
Discovered I found out that one of our droners did a little bit of acting, and I found one of his photographs. So I'm going to share that with you. Hopefully this will work. And it's none other than Greg Coonert.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah. There is a resemblance, isn't there?
Looks like a Klingon with the sideways hairdo.
Without the ridge going down the cranial ridge.
Which show was that from?
Babylon
Which show was that
5.
from, Art? I saw it. Babylon 5. That's right. Yeah, I knew I had seen him somewhere.
That's Ambassador Londo Malari from Centauri Prime.
Ah.
Yeah, he was a real snake, wasn't he, on that show?
Oh yeah. Yep.
The one I was thinking of is iCopter, Nigel.
Yeah.
Nigel, yeah, he's an actor. Hasn't been producing much of any video content at all because he's been back to acting again.
Oh.
And it's supposed to be, it's all under wraps of what he's doing, but then he's going to eventually come out and release what he's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's posted some shots on Twitter and a few other places of like being on a set, and you can see a camera in the background and stuff.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man, what a gorgeous day it is here today. It's about mid-70s, breezes blowing.
There you go again.
Just beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, here we're in
well, it actually cooled off.
It cooled off here too today. We're down the mid 40s, and we're expecting some.
Oh wow!
This afternoon may have some snow this evening.
Wow,
that's actually not bad here.
We got real cool. It was in the mid 50s this morning here when I got up, but it's going to be 90 degrees in 5 days again. It'll warm back up. Now they're worried about, it's been dry as a bone here in Florida. We've had just no rain. Had a tiny little spritz in this last cold front, and they're all concerned about the wildfires again because that's
no point.
When it gets too dry, that's all we need on top of all this virus stuff is a bunch of wildfires.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe it'll burn up the virus.
There you go.
Hey,
I think they don't like. I think the virus is allergic to cigar smoke.
Well, it'll definitely.
I think the virus. Have you heard me?
It'll help with the social distancing there.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, if you ever, I'm serious. I've already said that to a couple of people when I was out walking. If you want a social distance, just light up a cigar. I used to when I used to go to Vegas for the computer shows, and I wanted some room at a crap table or something in the casino. I just light up a cigar. Everybody just give me plenty of room. It was terrific.
You know what else helps with social distancing? Eating a lot of beans and vegetables.
Yeah. Or not bathing. Not bathing will do it.
Yep. Yeah, just blow out a stinky That'll get people away from you.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
Rick,
what all this is doing though. It's making us all lazy. Like, unless you're getting out walking every day, like I got to work from home. Like normally, I actually have a stand up desk at work. Moving around. I walk around a lot. I'm sitting in this chair 8 hours, 9 hours a day now, and it's just you can just feel yourself. You just feel the weight gaining. It's terrible because this is not the way we're meant to live, man. We're social. We're social creatures. We need to move. And we're stuck in the house. So
yeah. I've been able to get out every day or so to get out and about and go around and do what I work because I'm working here from home. So I can, same as you, Ron, being able to work from home, it makes it easy.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't take it for granted. A lot of people are out of work now, and here I am still getting a paycheck, clicking a mouse. So I feel for the people who are out of work, and and God love the ones that are still out there in the front lines and making sure we all still have food and gas and stuff like that. So it'll always be worse, I guess.
Exactly. And Rick, thank you for bringing that up. The gentleman's name I was trying to think of was Dylan of iCopter. That was he put it up to correct me.
Well, I might, after this show, I might go online and order me up some booze, run down to the liquor store and pick it up.
Did you apply for your temporary unemployment?
I've been trying to today, and every time I get everything all done, hit, all right, apply. Oh, something happened. We cannot.
The websites just aren't meant for this.
Yeah,
just can't handle it.
Florida's crashing. They can't deal with it in Florida here.
Yep, Ohio was crashing too. A long time, probably still is.
I think every state.
Yeah.
Well, they're not set up for this kind of volume.
No.
Not in just figure 3 weeks, 6 million people unemployed. Just bam.
10.
Yeah.
It's up to 10 now.
Oh
It's
boy.
up to 10. 6 million last week. 3 million plus the week before.
Yeah. So
but they'll be, when this is all over, they'll all be employed again pretty quick. It's just it's gonna be a rough month or two.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the stock market, last I looked, was actually up a little bit today from yesterday. So.
Hey, Mitch, I got a good question for you. I'm sure you've heard of all the couple of cruise ships that are still out there that Florida will not allow back in. Have you heard anything? Are they allowing those people back?
Yeah.
You got to let them people in.
They're working on it.
Well, especially the Americans.
I have. They don't.
No.
They don't call and ask me.
No.
But last I heard, they are going to. But if they called and asked me, I wouldn't let them in, man. Because that's just the kind of guy I am. No, the last I heard, they're making arrangements. They may not let the cruise ship dock, but they're sending doctors or medical people on board. They're going to there's a couple of those people that do live in Florida.
That's what I mean. The Americans,
and they're going to work on they're going to work on getting all these people back where they belong.
Mm-hmm.
Without tendering them in rather than
it'd be better.
Itself.
I just feel like those people went on vacation a couple of weeks ago and now they're held prisoner. Basically, I don't want to say prisoner. That's kind of a rough word, but I'm sure they're fine on the cruise ship. They're just locked in their room. But I don't know. It's to me, those are Americans, man. You at least got to get the Americans back on American soil and let them get the health care that they need. I was wondering about that.
They're working on. They're going to get them home. But you know what? I have to look at it. Remember, Art, you were going to come down here, and I said, "Don't do it." Remember, we talked about it. I said, "Don't do it," because you don't know where this is going to go. You don't know whether you're going to be able to get home. You don't know if the airlines are. When those people got on that cruise ship, they knew that there was a pandemic going on. And if I had, I understand it's great to go on vacation.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But I wouldn't have gone. I would have said, nah, this is not worth the risk. So at some point, you have to say, you made your bed. Now unfortunately, you're going to be stuck in that same bed for a month out there, bobbing up and down in the ocean.
That's fair. Trust me, because we did the same thing. We got on that boat on March 8th. I mean, that's less than a month ago, and that's kind of when it hit the fan. It was in the middle of that week, and here we find out, we learned out on the cruise that they closed the port while we were out there. So we're all panicking, going, there's no way they're letting us off this boat now if they've closed the port. And luckily they said, okay, the two that are out there, which was us and I think a Royal Caribbean from Baltimore, that they were allowing to come back. And surprisingly enough, they checked us more getting on than they did getting off, which I was surprised.
Well, this ship that's stuck, the two ships that are stuck out there now, I think must have left after you actually got
I think
back.
they did. Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, so at that point, you got to be out of your friggin' mind to get on.
Yeah,
a cruise
you're
ship.
kind of asking for it. You know, if you got on a cruise ship, you know, sometime that week, because Carnival actually canceled all their cruises for a month while we were on the ship. Like they said, if you've got a cruise starting today for the next 30 days, we've canceled it. So,
Right.
So at that point, they were already canceling stuff, and if they got on after that week, then okay, yeah, you kind of get what your hand calls for, but I don't think you should be held prisoner on a cruise ship either.
No, and they're gonna get them off. All the ships that are out here in Port Canaveral haven't moved in 3 weeks.
I seen the video. Somebody took a nice drone video. Someone took a nice drone video of Port Canaveral, and all the ships are docked there. And it's like, that's just something you rarely see. There had to be 6 or 7 ships docked there right now. What it looks like.
Yeah, Jim said that they're gonna allow them in today in Port Everglades. 200 guests plus the crew with flu-like symptoms. It's like, why don't they send somebody on board and start testing these people?
I think they are, aren't they? I think they sent some medical people on board.
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard.
Whoever shot that drone. Whoever shot that drone video of Port Canaveral. Whoever shot that drone video of Port Canaveral was flying in the Patrick Air. I mean,
I'll bet. Yeah.
Flying in some of the most restricted airspace.
I thought that too.
In the area, yeah.
I don't play Drone Cop on YouTube, but you know.
No, I don't either. But I wouldn't be putting anything like that up there.
I don't think.
Space Center.
Yeah, I don't think Lance is allowing that one.
Yeah.
There is no Lance there. There's only Patrick Air Force Base, and the Kennedy Space Center, and even Port Canaveral, which is a no-fly, completely shut down.
You're not getting clearance from NASA, right?
No.
Now
but you know, NASA still has to get clear. I'm sorry, Art. Go ahead.
Yeah, the company that I work for, 60% of our business is overseas. So we're in a worldwide situation where nothing is going on. Companies are closed up all over the world. And so we're not getting any new orders coming in. And we got orders that can't get shipped because there's nobody there to receive it. So that's why they closed the company for a couple weeks. So
the supply chain is going to be the weakest point of all this.
And why this whole thing is so. It's not just the United States; it's everywhere. I mean, I've got friends in the Philippines. They're stuck at home. Nothing's happening. Normally, there are these big rush hour jams in Manila. Now you can drive around with no problem down there if they'll let you out. But it's
so now that we can't go anywhere, gas is cheap. Isn't that ironic?
Oh yeah.
It's
ridiculous.
That's the other thing, that because less people driving, that's less demand. And that's going to drive down the price even further, and that's going to hurt.
Yeah, but I mean,
the oil companies here.
It's not just.
Yeah.
Not just the demand, but the fact that the supply, they've got such an overglut of supply because Saudi Arabia and Russia are trying to beat each other. That you got oil at what, $20 or below a barrel.
Oh yeah, and then like in Texas, they were saying it was $1.40 a gallon, and here in California, before this health situation started, we were between 369, about 369 a gallon for regular. As of today, as of last night, it was 249 a gallon.
What?
We actually have a couple stations here around Cleveland
about
that have dropped under $1. Yeah, we have a couple dropped under $1.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. Yeah, we're at about $1.60, 70 a gallon here in Florida.
Yeah, we're $1.59.
Yeah, but what good does that do? My car is full, my tank is full. I got no place to put this cheap gas now.
I'm saying, my truck gets about 12 miles a gallon, so and it's not going anywhere. So those prices aren't really helping me either.
None of us are going anywhere. None of us drive to the store 3 miles away and back. That's about it.
Carlos is here, back from the sky.
Hey, Carlos, how you doing?
You
must be back from the sky.
Philippine President Duterte threatens to shoot quarantine violators in the Philippines.
We don't have to go that far.
That's pleasant. That's pleasant. That's probably what they did in China. I think the numbers from China were a little phony. I think that
none of those numbers are accurate.
They forgot to mention the million people that they just drug away and were never seen again. They didn't count.
And the building full of the sick that collapsed. Yeah, we won't talk about them either. They're such liars over there.
Yeah, and then the whole new region over there that's now infected too.
Yep. Oh, and
whole new province over there.
You know what they're doing with infected people? They're killing them. They're shooting. They're not going to mess around with them. And it's like, that's not going to stop the plague because they're, oh God. I mean,
the only problem with is the people are still infected. The only way to totally get rid of it is you've got to destroy the bodies.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll lower their population though.
Yeah.
They're always looking for a good reason for that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's they're so far underreported, and it was so funny. I was watching the news last night, and it showed it at like a 4%, and it was per day. It never fluctuated over 0.2% from day to day of how many people for this, I don't know how many week period that had been contracted the virus. I'm sitting there going, oh, sure. You expect us to believe that?
It's like they have to lie, though. Everything we buy is made over there. If we found out 10 million people out of there were infected or something, we'd never buy anything from over there. They have to lie.
Yeah. Plus,
well, if you're in the drone hobby, you have to buy stuff from China. Pretty much.
Exactly.
Well, it's not just the drone hobby. Look at all our medical prescription, our regular pharmaceutical, not counting all the over-the-counter, but how much of our pharmaceutical is produced over there, or the products in order for us to produce it here are coming from here, because they don't really produce anything; they assemble, and they don't really
most of it.
Hey, we got Eric.
Hopefully.
Drone Dude and Asgard.
Drone
welcome. Hugh?
Oh, Hugh. How you doing, Hugh? Yeah, I think that we're going to learn a lot of serious lessons from this little thing about depending on other countries for important stuff. We learned the lesson about oil. Now maybe we'll learn it about pharmaceuticals and stuff.
Yep.
It's okay if we rely on them for toys because you can live without toys.
All right, we got another guy, Mike Roach.
Hey guys.
He's got that Smurf look on today.
Hey Steve, Mitch, Art, Ron. Good to meet you, Ron.
Mike, good to see you.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. Hanging. Doing what everyone else is doing. I hate the phrase. I'm so sick of the phrase social distancing.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
It's called personal space.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
In a week, it'll be get the frick
off.
away from me.
And it's actually an oxymoron.
Back
Social
off.
means together. Distancing. How do you make one word or two words that two make
That's right.
complete opposite thing?
Mm-hmm.
That's like the out. That's the out. The in exit.
Right.
Yeah. Social distancing. That makes zero sense.
I know.
It's up there with what was it? 9/11. Back of normalcy. That's when that word started. Normalcy. Remember that normalcy? Now we got social distancing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, now our Speaker of the House now has just created a committee.
Yeah. Steve,
Oh,
save
don't
that
get
for
me
Sunday.
started on those idiots
Let's save
again.
that for Sunday.
Yeah.
On Art's place, or else I won't have anything to talk about.
What do you mean?
And
This
Lauren will be
Are we
doing
going to
it.
get political?
You won't have enough hours in a day on Sunday to talk about everything that's going to occur between now and then.
But she wants to start
Adam
some
Schiff has woken
investigation.
up. Adam Schiff wants to impeach Trump over the way he handled this already.
Oh, he wants to form the 9/11 Commission.
Adam Schiff, he's at it again, man. You think these people would learn?
Yeah.
No.
Shiftless shift, as we call him here.
Yeah.
And I won't
Well,
use another
exactly.
adjective. And I'm skipping
These
the
workers out. Steve, he's
Yeah, they call it the shift.
they're all from California too, Steve. These people. Can't you do something about it? Can't you stop them out there somehow?
I think they're getting a good run for their money. Those that are up for re-election this year, there are a lot of people running against them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
God,
Yeah,
I hope
but
so.
they're so entrenched in those spots. I mean,
Yeah.
in 40 years, you know.
A lot of those.
Nancy Pelosi used to agree with the Republican platform 40 years ago.
Mhm.
You know, so the borders and
Well,
everything.
she's 80 years old now.
Right. And I think she's
80,
losing it.
80 years old. She's 80. Enough is enough already, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Retire. Take the rest of your life off.
And it's so interconnected in with relatives because our governor is the nephew to Nancy Pelosi. Gavin Newsom is a nephew of Nancy Pelosi.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, Carlos.
and we have here in Colorado, one of our former congressmen or senator was Mark Udall, and his cousin Tom, I believe, is in the House of Representatives in New Mexico. And let's see, I think Mo Udall is Mark Udall's dad, and Stuart Udall is Tom's dad. Yeah, I think. Those Mormons.
The one I want to see is all these senators and congressmen, and now it's up to 1,400 CEOs quit their jobs days before this virus was announced, or the stock selling and trading. They need to go through and clean house with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. We had, no, Mitch, are you going political tonight, or are you just going to keep it on drones? Or?
I'm going to try to keep. I'm going to try to. Well, we got a choice. We talk about the virus. We talk about politics, or we try to talk about drones. But how much can you say about drones? That's the problem. You can only.
Right.
So
and
we'll see where it goes.
Man.
Why do you want to stay away from politics?
Well,
what would you like to talk about tonight?
Oh, I don't even know, but it's like I just say I'm with Art. Go to the liquor store, get stocked up, and get loaded.
Yeah. Well,
Mike's
if all you guys would
idea.
just go out and get a cigar, we can just sit around and smoke cigars.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Irish cream.
Yep. Hey, we got Dallas Penner in the house. All right.
Yeah, when I went to Costco, I picked up a case of wine while I was there.
Well, they say alcohol can kill the coronavirus, and if that's true, I'm good.
Well, you know one of the proven ways to kill the virus? Sunlight.
There you go.
Stay at home, but sunlight naturally kills the virus.
Really?
Yeah.
So go lay out in the backyard, you know.
That's right.
No. I
So,
know
Steve,
we got pretty political last week, though.
Steve, have you ordered? Sorry, I keep.
Go ahead, Art. It's your show, baby.
Just wanted to know if Steve has ordered that special wine for people with incontinence problems.
No. I'm going to keep the ones I have. Thanks, Art.
Pinot more. All right, let's see if I can beat that joke in this. Yeah, there you go.
We were having fun with that yesterday.
Oh, God.
Well, the only thing that I know of new with drones is you can adjust your white balance if you update your Mavic Mini now, and you can adjust your white balance and a few other
Mavic Mini, yeah.
fixes.
Right. How many videos have come out about that already?
I've seen
10,
4.
20.
Yeah. All over a white balance update. Funny.
Well,
Speaking of that,
Yeah,
mine's
breaking
really
news.
messed up right
Breaking news. Breaking news.
yeah. Bill, the drone reviewer on precision landing with the Mavic Mini.
now. Yeah. Good old Bill. He's
Uh,
taking some heat for that.
You know, I
lately.
haven't watched Bill for a while. I used to when I first started in YouTube. You know, he was one of my main guys that I watched. He's the guy that got me into YouTube in the first place. And but I honest to God, I'm sure there's a lot of people feel the same about all of us who have shows. And after a while, it just seems that it's all the same, and you get bored with it. You just stop watching it.
The one thing you got to remember as a
stuff that
YouTuber,
I've just stopped watching.
the one thing you got to remember as a YouTuber, and that's whether you're going to be a small YouTuber, a big YouTuber, a medium, whether you do it for fun, whether you do it for money, nobody can be the Simpsons. Okay, you're going to get 3, 4, maybe 5 good years if you turn out well. Okay, but everybody gets old. You know, shows get canceled. You know. You think you can continue to do the same thing? I don't know how long you guys have been around YouTube, but do you remember guys like Ray William Johnson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where'd he go? What's he doing?
No,
He's irrelevant. He's irrelevant now, you know? But they were huge back then, you know? These were the
even
first.
Casey Neistat.
He
Even
took the
Casey,
money and ran.
Right. Well, yeah, sure. But, you know, remember, if you go way back, remember Fred? Anybody remember Fred on YouTube? Yeah, what happened to that guy? You know what I mean? No, you're not going to be the Simpsons. You're not going to do this for the next 25 years.
Right.
You know, even if you do get big. Now, hey, you get big and you start making money on YouTube, more power to you. That's probably the greatest job in the world, you know?
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys just got it in their head, I think, that they're going to do it forever, and that ain't the way the world works.
Right.
So.
I never heard of any of these guys until I got a Mavic Pro.
well, I do it for fun.
YouTube was just
Sure.
whatever.
I think we all do it for fun, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's where you start anyway. You have to do it for fun.
Do it for fun.
I mean, I had my YouTube channel. I subscribed. I had a channel. I didn't put anything up. I just go out there so I could watch other people's, videos. And then one day I was like, well, I have a drone now, so maybe I should do something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Share it. Yeah.
That
Everything.
first video is
most
terrifying,
people
isn't it?
aren't creators. Most of the community are not creators. They're users. They're the audience.
Excuse me, Mitch. I am a creator. Okay.
Well, now you are. Now you are.
I almost hate
As long
that
as you
word,
don't claim to be the creator, we're okay, Mike.
The
right?
creator.
The creator.
The creator.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't live stream. I just make some videos, and I don't really. Only reason I ever want to get to 1,000 is so I can go live from the drone. Other than that, I don't care. I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
You can do that now, though.
Huh?
You can do that now. I don't have 1,000, and that's all I do.
You can do that now.
I'm not a creator. I fly live, my live sunset streams and stuff. And you just use the RMTP code on it, and away you go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how to do that. I use the smart controller.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how to do that yet. I'll look into it if, this spring. Because it's still cold here for me.
Yeah, Mel
I love
knows
to
how
do
to do
that.
that.
Fly
Mel's
live.
put out a couple of videos on that.
I'll send you the link to Greg's original video of how to take your YouTube code. I'll send you the link to that, Mike.
Yeah.
All right, I want to say hello to Brent
I've never
Nunley
done
and
that.
Shoutout Drone
Brent.
Productions.
Hi,
Yeah.
Brent.
Yeah, Carlos.
I've never done that. I've never done a live stream drone flight yet.
I've done them on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. You get a few. It's if you got something to look at, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think it'd be cool to do a live FPV flight from a drone, but
I think
that would require figuring out how to get the goggle feed into the cell phone and out over the stream.
It's funny. Every FPV guy thinks the FPV ones are more interesting, and all the camera guys like me want to see camera drone ones. I watch people's FPV stuff because they're my friends, but it's like I don't know. Watching other people do it, it's like.
Well, we're trying to make them more cinematic. See, if you can make an FPV flight really almost like a camera drone flight, except with a little motion in it, a little faster motion, I think that'd be the ticket.
Yeah.
Well, there are those out there that can do it, and they've done some beautiful work. I mean, there's
no doubt.
I follow a couple of FPV guys that can do some good editing with some cinematics, and they'll blow your mind. I mean, trust me, that don't matter to me, camera or even FPV. I have a drone video addiction problem. I watch them both all day long.
When you see all the numbers in front of the screen and it's all staticky and stuff. It's kind of hard to enjoy another guy's thing like that.
Yeah,
but that's it. But most of the guys that are shooting the cinematic stuff have got a GoPro mounted on it. So you're not watching. They put out their final videos. You're not watching the goggle feed. Yeah. But I think one of the things that makes it more enjoyable watching FPV stuff, if there isn't too much of the flipping and rolling and looping and all that stuff, that I like maybe a nice big loop or a big roll once in a while. But most of it, I like to just cruise.
Yeah.
Right side up, like a camera drone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I put a video out like that, and the first thing Carlos says to me in the comments is, why don't you do more flipping and rolling?
Now, Mitch, you got away from the camera drone because of your flight path, right? You just had no place to fly. Isn't that kind of why you got away from?
No, I still take them. Yeah, but no, not really. I still fly them occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
Not around where I live, but I can go over to the beach, and there's pretty stuff over there, and I have plans to go down to some inlets and nice places to fly, and I'll take the camera drones. I've kind of gone to the FPV stuff because I'm an RC pilot, and that's much more akin to my lifelong hobby of flying than just flying a camera drone than photography. Wow, what the hell is that?
Oh, I think Ron's got
camera drones.
It's a stockbroker.
Camera drones. Yeah, I think camera drones are more about photography than flying.
Yeah,
FPV drones are more about flying than photography. And I'm a pilot, so to me that's natural. I wish I'd have discovered it years ago, but I.
Hey, Rick Albert.
Hey, let's say hello to Jaybird Drone.
And Hugh up in Canada.
Bird.
Yeah.
Boy, Hugh's been putting them up there.
Yeah, he had one out come today, but Hugh, I hope YouTube upgraded it because he hit it out. I was on it. I was here. My computer came out. It was only playing at 360, and you didn't have any other choices.
Yeah.
I hope they upgraded it because the title is 4K.
Well, didn't you
know what happens,
like
Steve?
YouTube is limiting the resolution because of the traffic.
720.
Might be.
720.
Yeah, but you can bump it up manually.
Yeah. Right, the default.
Yeah,
is
but it
certain.
takes it takes time after you post a video. When you first post it, YouTube hasn't processed it completely yet. So it takes maybe a half an hour before you'll actually find the 4K. So what happens is you post one of these beautiful videos, everybody gets the notification, jumps right on it, never gets to see it in all of its glory because
Right.
when it
Oh,
first hits,
I
it's
upload
down to
unlisted.
360
I
or
wait till it
240.
processes. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
upload
and that's not a
unlisted
bad idea.
and let do it. Yeah. That way,
Right.
if there's any
Yeah,
kind
that's not a
of,
bad idea.
if you get like a copyright or something, you'll get that before. You know what I mean? Let YouTube run its algorithms on it and everything, and then
Right.
let it get good quality and then make it
That's a
public.
good idea.
In fact,
I never did that, but that's a great idea.
and everything. On Jim's show last week, he was talking about that. They went over the sets of what you should upload, the speed, and everything of what to upload it to when you upload out of your editor in order to upload it. And they say to upload it and let it set unlisted for a minimum of 2 hours.
Ah, okay. Ah,
Sometimes I'll do it the night
Yeah,
before.
I'll start doing that. I'll start doing that. I hadn't thought about that. What's the best time of the day to release a video?
That all depends on your content.
Yeah, everybody's home right now. Anytime's probably good these days.
Yeah,
It's all a matter of
I
opinion
guess.
too.
6 million people out of work. Give them something to do.
Well,
I try and think of will the Europeans get to see it and will the Australians get to see it when it goes live? So like maybe 6 o'clock Eastern. So like the Europeans are still up and the Australians are getting up and everybody in the US
Up,
is
yeah.
up.
Yeah, because Europeans, if it's
I'll
6
tell you.
o'clock your time, that's what 5 hours. They're 5 hours ahead, so it's early in the morning already for them. It's already fun.
Or maybe 5 o'clock. Sometime when a lot of people will get it, but who knows? It's all opinion.
Yeah, and what's really funny is on the show, I was listening to it, and the only reason I'm saying it was funny is I think people have missed the point when they're talking about how everybody's watch rates are down, and they can't figure out why. And I said, well, that's because you have a set amount of, within our group in drones. There's only so many of us that are out there watching all these creators on the drone channel. And it's a limited amount of subscribers that are out there. And when you're out there putting out, say, one live stream a week or maybe 1 or 2 videos a week, now they're home, so they're producing more content. And so, yes, there are more people, but those people are the ones that are out of work that are the creators that are putting out more content. So now there's more, posts out there. So it's being split more across the board. So people are not catching up with everything, is my own opinion.
there you go.
No, I
Hey,
agree.
guys,
I think
guys.
you're right on the money.
let's switch gears a little
Rick
bit.
Elmer says, unless it's Thomas O'Sullivan. Thomas O'Sullivan doesn't miss anything.
Nope.
Hey, I want to switch gears a little bit here. Let's do some shout outs for different channels out there. The first one I want to do is Sparkfly Jeff. He is out of the Philippines and he uses a Spark drone, and he's got some really cool stuff. Let's go check out his channel. Do that, and we'll do that, and then we'll see how that looks there. Yeah, so we look at Jeff's channel. He's at 1.28K views, and I can't see. He's got 1.21 subscribers. This guy is really good. Go check out this guy's videos here. He's got some really good stuff. He's got some sunset videos, and he's got one on the Tello. And his most recent one is someone jumping rope on a roof in the town. It's called During the Quarantine, which is, and I've watched it. It's really cool. So check that guy out. He's pretty cool.
Where's he out of?
He's out of Quezon City in the Philippines.
I just posted the link in there to his channel.
Oh, all right, cool. So let's and that's just one of the few. Let's go check out a few other. Check out this guy, My PI Dreams. Now he's one of my favorites. Now he's
Good
got some drone stuff in there, but basically what his channel is about. It started out as a home building show on his YouTube channel where he was building a home in the Philippines, and now that his house is all finished, he's doing DIY projects, and now he's got neighbors that are building homes in his subdivision, and he's doing videos about them. And he just recently posted a video of him. He's in a band, and this was like 20 years ago. So you get to see him performing with his wife Ness, and they were doing some old rock and roll tunes from back in the 70s. So
Was he a Filipino or American or?
James, he's an American married to a Filipina, and they live in Lipa City. And he's the guy that brought us that great drone video of Taal volcano.
Okay.
And I had him on my
Greg's show.
A little over, and he was on Greg's show just a couple months ago, but he was on my show last year.
Mm-hmm.
There's Jim.
What the heck is him? What is you talking about? I polished his rotors.
I was going to say something too, but.
And how about this guy?
Hey, Jim, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mitch.
I can't see you. You're just tiny. You're about this big, down in the bottom on the left here.
What was that? SNL or another show? I'm crushing your head.
Yeah.
He's social distancing.
All right, here we have Paul Murray, one of our favorites, here with his great videos of ships going up and down the St. Clair River from Lake Huron to Lake St. Clair. He's got some great videos there. So if you haven't subscribed to him, go do that. Most of you probably already have. So
you know what, Art? I'm always befuddled that he never gets any interference from those ship radars.
Oh, well, that next time you see him, you ought to ask him about that.
I got no interference when I was filming that cruise ship either.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people was going to tell me that, hey, the radar on a cruise ship
is way high, though.
Not even a blip that I get.
That's
on my
microwave
screen.
frequency. That's way high.
Yeah.
You ever
These
see that?
commercial ships, they don't have all different kinds on them?
You ever see that copter tube guy who chases?
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
He never seems to have a problem. He goes way out.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys
I don't think the ship radars.
Is he still doing that, Mike?
He
No.
just did one. He tried to do it with the little
Mini?
tiny. What's the man?
Oh, he tried doing it with the Mini.
Mini.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well.
now, if you guys like fishing,
Hey, Art, I'm gonna have to take. I'm gonna have to take off, Art. I got to go start getting ready for my deal
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
So we'll all
Okay.
we'll all move over here. 6 o'clock. We'll move from your show to my show.
All right. Sounds good.
So
All right.
Thanks.
See you later, Mitch.
I'll see y'all later. Take
Okay,
care.
Take it easy,
buddy.
Mitch.
All righty. So, yeah, check out this guy's channel. He does a lot of fishing in Florida during
What is
the
that
winter.
fish, Art?
Well, if you go to his channel, you'll find out. But he probably caught it somewhere in Jersey, maybe, or down Florida. I don't know. But
You're right. You.
Looks
his name is Leo Shang, and he's quite a character. If you watch his shows, he does a lot of informational stuff about fishing. He'll talk about the species of fish, and he's really big on the environment. Picking up, if you see some trash, pick up some trash, or if you're out fishing, don't leave any trash there. Take it back with you. And he's very entertaining. So check out that guy. His parents are Chinese, but he grew up in Brazil, and then he went to college at I think it was Drexel in Philadelphia, and he decided to stay there. So now he's into fishing. So let's check out some other channels.
Ron, didn't you get a shout out last night on Coast to Coast?
Yeah.
He
That's cool.
did your channel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he loves that voice box, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He broke it. I was kind of glad when he broke it, to tell you the truth. Like, okay, that's enough of that.
Okay, and then there's Ted 10 PA Drones.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he's only got 129 subscribers, and he's got a really nice YouTube art there. And yeah, go.
That's, that building is always got Philly Mike's drones
Yeah.
videos.
So let's just check out some of these other drone channels that we don't see a whole lot from. About this guy, Drone Trucker.
Yep.
Yeah, he's pretty 87. What I would do is I'd change this YouTube art right here, maybe tell a little bit about what this channel is. All you see is a cell tower. I mean, that looks pretty cool, but over here on the right, I put something here, maybe put a photo of yourself somewhere on here.
It's hard to decide what to put on the YouTube header, though.
Yeah.
Because they fit differently on different devices.
Yeah, that's right. On a cell phone, you won't be able to see that cell tower. See, it's just this line. That's why when I did mine, I used Canva to make my YouTube art or my thumbnails, and I make sure that everything will work in the different formats, such as a computer, a tablet, or a cell phone. That way you'll always see the name of my channel in the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Copper State Aerial Photography.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got some good videos here. I would do a little more with his artwork. It looks pretty good. I kind of like that background, but I would make the drone smaller, maybe put it to the side, and then have the name of your channel, because look at how you can see the green through the background on the stripes here, because that's yellow. Uh, that's he's only at 403. If you don't have this guy, go check him out. Subscribe to him. Yeah. So
Yeah, I've got them.
Yeah, if you've ever tried making a YouTube banner that will fit in all three of those devices, it can take you all day because
yeah.
there's no way to test it other than to upload it, see how
Right.
it fits, and then you go, okay, I got to move that down a little bit, got to move this
Yeah.
over a little bit. It's a time-consuming thing. So when you see guys with just basic a picture up there, you can understand why.
Hmm.
Then there's Dr. Drone. He's getting close to 1,000. That's that looks like the Philippines. I think he is in the Philippines here. Let me go check his about section. Oh, okay. So it looks like he's in Dutch language. So maybe he's in. I think this guy is in the Philippines. There are a lot of Dutch people that live in the Philippines. So that's pretty cool.
That's cool. Hey, we all start somewhere. I mean,
Yep,
I
that's
mean, we have 500 people, and I don't really care, but it's better than 30.
Yeah. And here's home droning FPV. He's got a 464. Looks like he does some builds videos, which is cool.
Oh, giving Mitch some competition.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
I like Mitch's builds when
not
Mike is doing
live.
commentary.
Yeah. But yeah, I like his artwork. But that it doesn't tell you the name of his channel. That's the only his thumbnail or his badge is kind of interesting looking. Mm-hmm.
What are you saying? He doesn't show the name of his channel? The name of his channel is right there.
Yeah, yeah, but if you're on a mobile device, you won't be able to see it. That's the problem.
Well, you just got to scroll down just a teeny bit when it pops up. It'll be there.
Now, this guy, becoming Filipino, he does some really beautiful drone shots. His name is Brett Maverick. He's either American or Canadian, and he lives in the Philippines. I like that artwork there. Pretty neat. And
Yeah.
yeah, he does some really nice drone footage.
I wonder why they put Chanalytics up there. I mean, that's not our business,
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
you know?
Is that only from the computer?
No, that's because of Art's using it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
but I
it's
mean,
on the computer, yeah.
you need a computer to see that, right?
Yeah, it's not, it doesn't do it on the phone.
Was that like an add-on or something, or is it just
And like TubeBuddy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like TubeBuddy.
Now, okay, here's someone we know, Helicopter. And he's at 1.1K. That's a pretty cool artwork. Let's see, he hasn't done anything in well, he's got a new one that's a day old, so he's still doing some FPV stuff. He's got some pretty cool videos here. So if you haven't subscribed to him, go subscribe to him. Oh, I like this guy. This Chuck
Oh,
it.
Asgard Hughes says Dr. Drone is in Indonesia.
Oh, okay. And here's Chuck It FPV. So if you like that artwork, not controversial, is oh, here's a good one. Stoner Trash FPV. How do you like that for a minute?
There's a name.
Yeah.
You may smoke weed.
So it looks like she's up to 942 subscribers. So she's pretty close to 1K. So let's see, when her last video was a week ago. So it looks like
Sounds like a classy girl, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to make fun. It's just, hey,
Br-
that's your
bring her
name,
home.
man.
Bring her home to meet mom.
Yeah, exactly. But you got to name yourself
Sure.
that. You got to
You
own
don't
it.
have to meet mom, but you can bring her home.
All right, I'm not making fun anymore.
It's a sure thing, Mike.
It used to be.
all right, here's Skipper Drones. 449 subscribers.
I do get what Art's saying, though. It takes no time to put your name in your artwork up there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, in Canva, they already have templates for you. So it'll set it up in the right dimensions for you. It's just getting the text in the right spot. Otherwise, if you're up too high, it won't show up on a mobile device. And same if it's down too low. Now, this is a really neat video. If you would, maybe in white letters or an interesting font that'll, tell the name of your channel right there. See, have you noticed I've been picked up a lot from Andrew and Senya from Pusa Studios from watching their Tech Talk nights.
Now, what's the name of that program you were talking about, Art, to make the artwork? Canva?
Canva. I put it in the chat.
Oh, Canva.
Canva.
Okay.
That's true. That's correct.
Oh, man, that's huge. Just have a canvas. That'd be great. Like a template.
Okay, here's Ducted FTV. 428 subscribers. I like that artwork. Yeah, gotta get your name in there. I like his little thumbnail, his little badge there. That's
Logo?
Logo.
logo.
Yeah.
His picture is good, though. It kind of shows a remote and drone remote. They can catch people's eye.
And he's got how many videos does he have out there? He's got 141 videos. Okay.
Hey, Art.
Yeah.
I gotta hop off here. I actually gotta do some work.
Well, thanks
So
for coming in, Ron.
yeah, appreciate you having me on, Art. Anytime.
You're welcome.
Take care, Art.
Good to meet you,
Later.
Ron.
Nice to meet you guys.
Hey, Ron.
Take it
Later,
easy.
Ron.
Do run, do. Okay. How about this one? Something a little different. Green Frog RC. 406 subscribers. Hey, that's a cool sunset or sunrise.
Perfect opportunity for a bullfrog to be jumping into the picture.
Yep. Yeah, if you would make a picture of a frog, maybe. And maybe that's what he could use for. Oh, yeah, he does have a frog right there in his logo there. Cool. So
How
you see
about Naomi? Is she
trucks and stuff. Oh, here's a tracks video. That looks cool.
Who's Naomi, Mike?
That Art knows who she is. The Chinese girl with the
Oh, Naomi.
Naomi, yeah.
Okay, let's check her out.
I forget her last name.
Naomi Wu.
You know, I looked at some stupid channel just because it caught my eye, and now it's in my recommendations every time I go up, and they just get dirtier and dirtier. I don't know how YouTube puts them on.
Okay, this is her channel.
Yeah,
She's
with the
from,
word sex.
China, and I think she's from that city where the DJI drones are built.
Shenzhen?
Show her a thumbnail of her. Is she you might say she has some work done.
Oh, you think?
Well, click on that. Let's see that Botox at work. No, it's not Botox, is it, Mike?
Oh, it's
Not
something.
Botox. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Oh,
This. Okay.
Scott Parasinski.
Ah,
There she is.
No,
3D
that's not Botox. You're right.
That's silicone at its best.
Right. Jesus, that's got to hurt.
And she just recently had an upgrade.
Let me guess. She's got 1 million viewers.
Let me check. How many viewers does she have? 1.11 million subscribers.
How did I guess?
The crazy thing is she's actually quite smart.
Yeah, she is. She does a lot of tech stuff.
Yeah.
Like 3D printing and stuff like that.
Jaybird Drone says, Jaybird says, I just subscribed.
Well, here's Gig Harbor Drone Guy.
I don't blame you, buddy.
Jody's saying no, they're real.
Yeah, right.
They're real, all right.
Yeah.
If you don't know where Gig Harbor, that is Wisconsin.
Lord.
Lord.
At least no milk shortage in the household.
Yeah, but that milk probably tastes like silicone.
Yeah. It ain't real cheese.
No. Those are curds you don't want to mess with.
That's 2%, Lloyd.
Okay, Gig Harbor Drone Guy only has 102 subscribers. So I like his artwork. If he would put, the title of his channel right there, that would tell everybody, hey, this is what your channel is about. What?
God, we men are so easy to get at.
Like Pavlov's dog,
So he's got 83 videos. He's got 17.7K views. Oh, not bad. There's his analytics. So that's good.
That's cool. You remember when you started your channel, you had like 7 subscribers?
Yeah.
And it's like you think, I'm nobody. Nobody's ever going to give a crap about anything. And it's only been a year since I had like 30. And it's all due to the live streaming, really. It makes her feel a little more legit.
Yeah.
To have a few hundred. But you're up, Jim. What are you up to now?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
And here's Blizzard FPV.
Jim's a big boy.
Yeah, you're over 1,000, right, Jim?
Yeah, it's over 1,000. But you know what, Mike? You still watch the number of views and stuff like that. You get your normal friends.
Right.
Are your loyal ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if any of you follow Kong, that they have a thing where if you get 1,000 loyal subscribers, out of tens of thousands, and I bet you that's what's going on with Ken Heron, that he's getting close to 1,000 loyal subscribers, and that really carries your channel. You just build upon that because those people start telling their friends about your channel,
Right.
and that's how you get 10,000, then 25,000, then next thing you know you're at 100,000, and it just is starting to grow by itself almost.
Well, that's a lot of pressure in the bedroom too. That increases your, I got to make better stuff, or
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Well, Ken's a natural with his live show. I mean, he puts a lot of work into it, but when he's on, he can do that blindfolded, almost, except when it crashes on him.
Yeah, but he's got days of prep for that show that he puts on, that when we do see, a 2-hour or when he goes 3-hour stream, you're talking about days and days of work that he's put into that.
He's had a lifetime of radio personality work. I mean, this is his gig.
Yeah.
Here's
there's a lot of show prep.
FPV.
And other behind the scenes people that help him.
Yep, that's right.
When he did that 24-hour thing, it blew up on him like 4 times, and he actually swore at the end of a couple of them.
Yeah. All right, let's check out one more, and then we'll get back to our regular broadcast.
I think he said he paid $1,100 for that Wirecast.
Yeah.
I can understand him getting mad. I mean, you spend that kind of money. Damn. You want it to work.
Here's
what is it? Grumpy Drone Pilot? Did Lloyd start a new channel?
Yeah. He's only got 32 subscribers. He's got 17 videos. Yeah.
Go to about on that channel, Art. Let's see how long is he new at the game? How is the channel new?
No. 2017. Yeah. He doesn't do a whole lot. Okay. Let's get back to our regular programming.
My channel I started like 8 or 9 years ago, and it was only to put up some bowling ball videos, special bowling balls with handles built into them.
Really?
With finger trouble. And I had, I figured, okay, I'll put them on there. And that was it. They sat there for years with nothing else.
Well, that was the same with me. I'd put up some comedy videos, and I'd put a bunch of miscellaneous this and that. When I was on the Open Space Advisory Board, I did a video about one of the parks. That was my project. I had to go do a video about one of our open space parks and kind of do a little narration of, okay, this is the name of the park, and this is what you'll find here. And the neat thing about that park, there's a spot where they've discovered an old Indian campsite that goes back several hundred years, where they found remains of an adult male and a male child, and some buffalo bone shards and some tools that they made. It was really interesting. Yeah. but that's over. I think that's over on my arts place page. So if you want,
Where is that located at, Art?
and that would be Aurora, Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah, and the name of the park is Horseshoe Park. And I might
Art,
have.
have you ever gone to on the Grand Canyon? There's a part of it that is a reservation where they have that big U-shaped walkway that goes out over the Grand Canyon with glass floors.
I want to.
I've been to the Grand Canyon, but I think when I was there, it was probably before that was even built or finished. So,
You guys all know what it is, though, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that thing's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I, of course, would not go out on it.
Are you afraid of heights, Jim?
No, I'm a control freak. I like to have control over when I'm going to die.
we were. I wanted to go out there, and then when my wife saw the picture, and she's somebody who's definitely afraid of heights,
Ah,
it was like no way in.
well, take her to the John Hancock Building, downtown Chicago. Up there, up at the observation area, they have a place where you can lean on the window, and the window will tilt out.
When I was a kid, they didn't have windows at the Empire State Building. You could go right there. It was just the rails, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's yeah. When I was at the Empire State Building, that was 1970.
Yeah.
when I was there. Yep,
Yeah.
just had a railing there. Yep,
We're about the same age. Yeah.
yep.
You know, the funny thing is, the elevators, if you guys have never been on, it's a trip to go on an express elevator.
Mhm.
I did.
Oh, you did? You've been on one?
Because I was in a wheelchair and the guy pulled me aside, one of the security guys that come with me, and we went like 40, 50 floors at a shot,
Yep. Boom. I mean, you feel gravity at its best on those babies.
Yeah.
Houston, we have liftoff.
Your first time, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you got to go up and then get over and go to a different shaft and go over and go and then get on and wait for that one to go. Like,
Yeah.
I met a guy that dealing in construction and being in the fire alarm field, because all the interconnection, we interconnected with all the elevator companies. So we work with them. And I had a chance to a guy, he apprenticed at the Empire State Building.
Wow.
And he was telling me the whole horror stories of when he was there. And it was just when they were, of course, this is going back 30 years ago or more. So they've upgraded, I'm sure, since then. But they were upgrading a lot of the elevators on there. And he goes, I went in there and he goes, I was afraid to ride on the elevators to see the conditions that they were in.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, did you know that an Air Force bomber crashed in the Empire State Building?
Yeah. Back in
Wow.
late 40s or something?
Yeah, I think it was either 45 or 46.
The B-25 or?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah, they just took off and they got lost in the fog.
Wow.
Yeah, got
There were
lost
a
in the
couple of
fog.
deaths too, right? A couple of people died. Like,
Yeah.
And maybe somebody inside too. Man, stuck right into it too. It stayed right
Yep. Mm-hmm.
in. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
the highest elevator I've been on to go nonstop is the one at the at the Rio. That's 50. It's on the 51st floor, but you don't start. You start on like the third floor, because when you go through the lobby, the casino, and then you get in there and go over there. But it's roughly 50 floors straight up
Wow.
to an outside elevator, and goes right on up the outside.
Right.
But it's not high speed. It's fast moving, but it's not like one of these express elevators like you guys were on.
Right.
When I was a kid, we did the, of course, You live there, so they take you to these. We went, and in those days, you could walk into the torch of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's like 350 steps, I want to say.
Something like that. Yeah.
You got to be in good shape, man.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell I could do that today.
Yeah.
Could you actually walk around like the railing of the torch?
I don't remember that because it was a class trip, but I remember it's a winding,
Yeah,
Right.
spiral staircase.
Yeah. Spiral
T-
staircase. Yeah.
tight steps. Yeah, 20
Yep.
stories, I think it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, when I was younger, I always said I was going to go to the Empire State Building and walk up all the flights of stairs to go all the way to the top.
They have a thing like that, like joggers all get together
Yeah.
and do it every year.
They have a contest every year.
Now, Grumpy, yeah, they dropped the bombs on a town in Oklahoma. That happened in Boise City, Oklahoma, which is way out on the panhandle of Oklahoma. And what happened was this is during World War II, and this bomber group took off on a nighttime bombing practice, and they got disoriented, and they saw these lights, and they thought, oh, this is our destination. It was supposed to look like a fake town or fake area where they were. So they
Right.
flew over there, and they dropped their bombs, and that's the only time an American town was bombed during World War II. And I heard about this story, many years ago from one of my elementary school friends. His dad was from that town, and he was a little kid when that happened. He was telling us that story about when the town got bombed. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Somebody got in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Jeez. Well, my dad was in the Army during Pearl Harbor when it happened. He was in the East Coast, and they, finally got word that Pearl Harbor happened. What, not for hours, but
Yeah.
when they did, they went out, and assumed there was an East Coast attack coming, and so they all got out there with their guns pointed at the air, what they had. They really didn't have that much equipment.
No.
And, just with expecting the other shoe to drop on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, my dad was, let's see, when was that? He was at the University of Chicago, and I think that would have been, I think school was already out, and he heard about the bombing, and I think later in December or in January of 42, my grandfather said, hey, they got this radio and radar school in Philadelphia, and if you go there and when you graduate, you'll become an officer. So he did that, went to school there, and while he was there, they got a chance to go to New York City, and they saw the wreckage of the Normandy when it caught fire and capsized. And he saw the French battleship Richelieu coming into New York for repairs. And so he went through the school, passed with really good grades.
The Brooklyn Navy Yards.
Yep. When he graduated, turns out the class that was ahead of them, they were the last class to get commissioned as officers.
Oh.
That figures.
So when he got through with that, he was just a private, and they sent him to Fairchild Air Force Base in Washington.
Yep.
Now, Fairchild, those were built on Long Island. They had in Huntington. They had their own factory there. That was it's like a museum now. It's long gone, but so was Grumman. Grumman used to build on Long Island. They lost 100,000 jobs after Reagan.
Mhm. So his job was to test the radio equipment on P-39 Bell Air Cobras. And if you don't know, those were the planes that had the engine behind the pilots, and the drive shaft went between the legs, and it had a cannon in the nose of the plane. It went right through the propeller hub. And these were to be shipped to the Russians. The Russian pilots would come down, they would go over to Alaska and then come down to Seattle and then over to Fairchild, and they would pick up the planes. And what they would do is, we had the star with the blue background. They had, I think at that time, they had the little red ball in the middle. Well, what they do is they paint a red star on it, and the rest was green. So they replaced all the original radio and radar, and they just gave them the basic stuff because they didn't want to give the Russians the good stuff.
It was
So,
just an airframe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he was testing the radio one day in the hangar, and so it has a stick with two buttons on it. And he was about to push one of the buttons, and the instructor said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't touch that. You're about to blow a hole on the side of the hangar from the cannon. Well, I press the other button for the radio." So he did that, and then he was shipped down to San Francisco, put on a Liberty ship to Australia. And that was like a 3-week sail to Australia. And he said, boy, the smell inside was just not very good. The smell of diesel oil and vomit, because guys would get seasick, and the bunks were like 5 high. That's how big those bunks were. So they got to Australia, and then they started the island hopping campaign, where they went to the islands just south and east of New Guinea. They went to places like Biak, Finschhaven, Numfor, Hollandia, and then they went to Oro Bay, and then they went from there to the Philippines. They landed at Leyte right after the battle there, and they were there for a while. And when they first got there, they were setting up their camp, and one of the lieutenants had this big pipe, and he had a big sledgehammer. He was about to pound it into the ground as a stake for their tent. My dad grabbed the sledgehammer away from him, and he said, "What the hell, Carlson? What do you mean?" He goes, "You know what those are? Those are Bangalore torpedoes. If you would have hit that with that sledgehammer, that would have gone off and killed a bunch of us." Because those things were filled with high explosives to blow up barbed wire entanglements.
Oh, jeez. That's your officer for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my father was over there the same way too.
I'm gonna check out. It's getting late here on the East Coast.
All right. Yeah, I'm about ready to shut this bad boy down to get a little break before I get on the Mitch's show. So then from Leyte, he went to Clark Air Force Base, which is in Angeles City, near Angeles City, on Luzon. And then from there, he went to Okinawa. And then by the time he got to Okinawa, the war was over. And then he got sent up to Tokyo area, as part of the occupation force. So that's his story. And I do have an itinerary somewhere around here that tells you all the places that he was stationed at along the way. And that is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, my dad was over in the Philippines in the Navy. He was over there when Guam and all that through the Philippines, all active on the original USS Fletcher.
Ah, oh,
So,
I'll see you guys.
take
all right.
care.
I'm gonna head out. I'll catch you
We'll
next time.
see you
Hi
later.
everybody in the chat, and have a good one.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye.
Hey, Jim, thanks for coming in. Lloyd, thanks for stopping by. All in one is here. Oh, good. So, Steve, thank you for coming to the show. It looks like we're dwindling down to, we got 11 people in, but we had been up as high as 18, maybe even more than that. So, getting those watch hours up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me in, Art, and everybody in chat, Lloyd, Chris, Jim, if you're still out there, Mike, and everybody else. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Jaybird, Hugh, Rick, we'll see you later. Take care and stay well. Stay safe.
Okay, Steve. See you next time. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Don't forget, I do a regular. We'll be back to the regular show on Saturday. So thank you guys for stopping by. Rick Halbert, Jay Bird, and all of you wonderful people for coming in. Hopefully, this was entertaining. It did something a little different today to kind of break up the monotony while this whole stuff is going on. So hopefully it'll clear up soon and we'll be back to normal. Jody, thank you for coming, and we'll see you Saturday. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. And